New guy taking over membership, he got elected 3 weeks ago, okay? Because nobody ran against him, so he's stuck. But I gave him access already, okay? That way he's in there and he's playing with it and he's learning it. And actually what I did is I put a little black basket on the desk and a key to the office and says, go in there and see what you can do. Okay? The sooner he starts learning, the better, because July 1st, they're not changing the name. Okay, it may take them 3 weeks before the department gets in there and keys everything in and gets everybody changed over. Okay, so give them the access now. That way, when they're not coming around the post or you're not going to be there, they can turn around and be working membership for your post.
If you have questions, call or email me. Procrastination is not a good idea when you're dealing with membership. It's not. If you think that problem's going to go away, or that guy's suddenly going to pop up on the system tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day, he's not. She's not. The problem is not going to go away. Some of these problems have nothing to do with you or anything. They're still working on the system, unfortunately. That's the reality. I wish it was different, but we have to work with what we have, not with what we want. And we can get through it. If you have a problem, you can contact me anytime. I will respond to you, I promise you. Okay? I will walk you through it, and if we can't get it done, I can't get it done, I will send it to Bruce. If Bruce can't get it done, we'll send it to National. Okay? That's how it works. The faster you get it to me, the faster I can move it up. All we can do is smile and do our work and keep moving forward. There is no other option. We're going to go explore a little bit of my legion. Now I have to open up a different Yeah, absolutely. Now this one was actually Bruce's. I went through and grabbed some of the stuff from the department, so I don't know what to expect, what's going to pop up. There might be bunnies on the screen here in a minute. Okay, guys, is there any questions so far about the initial process, about getting registered? You've got to get past that part, okay? If you have trouble with it, please. And again, when we're all done here, we're actually going to bring up my legion and we're going to explore some of this together so we can show you some of the stuff and what's available for you, okay? Let's start. Okay, you got fancy. Okay. Face of power. This is actually Alina's that I just realized. Okay, because this came from the department. How many?
Everybody's got money. Yeah.
$10. Where's my first vice commanders and adjutants that are coming in for next year? Whether you're hanging over or not. Welcome to your new world. Okay? Huh?
Get off my lawn.
Okay. Commanders. Where's my commanders that are in the room? Okay. Commanders, do not give this job to one person. Create a membership team. They need help with this. As a matter of fact, you've heard me say this at district 1,000 times. We are all part of membership. All the time. Okay? You might be one person who's doing the work. You can't do it all alone. Now, if you don't have people at your post that are helping you, that's what I'm for. Okay? Membership is a very big job. None of us are indispensable. Learn how to work well with others. Okay? Membership chairman, yes, it gets frustrating. Yes, that member calling you every single day saying, where's my membership card? Where's my membership card? Why can't I do this? Gets frustrating. Okay? But that's the job that we have. You need to be patient with them and understand that they're as frustrated as you are. Don't forget, we're all volunteering. Commanders, support your membership team. They are also volunteers. And your job is to encourage them and let them know that you appreciate their hard work and that you do appreciate that this is confusing and everything. But yelling at them to get it done faster ain't going to get it done faster. Okay? Encourage, teach, and develop all the members of your group. Okay? All of them. At Post 202, when I was still there, we cross-trained. We cross-trained all of our officers. So that when somebody walked into the door, my finance officer could sign up a new member just as much as my sergeant at arms or my first vice commander. Set up a process. You do not want to leave members sitting in the canteen not being members. Whatever that means. Whether that means just filling out the paper, you collect their money, and you call them a new member right on the spot. Welcome to your new home. You are now a member of us. And then you do the processing behind their back where they don't have to see the sausage being made. But your job is to make sure that every every veteran that walks into your post feels welcome and feels like he's a member there. You do not let a member walk out and go to the next canteen down the street. Because their guy will recruit them. That's how it works. It's constant. Different resources available to you for membership. Of course, mylegion.org. The department membership team, such as Bruce. Okay? Your district membership team. And yes, we are a team. Our district commander is as much a part of this membership team as Joe is. That's how we function here in district. There's times when she has to do things for me. That's how it works. There's things that I can't move up the chain. I send her an email and I say, whack, whatever it is. Okay? That's how it works. Your district commanders and your vice commanders.
This young man is dead.
What does that mean?
No, my lead shows him as dead.
Okay, cool.
You fix that?
Yes. If you would like to transfer post 37, I will revive you in about 10 minutes. I'm always working my membership commander. Okay? I will get it done before you walk out the door. Exactly.
Are you still voting?
All right, guys. So, Bruce touched a little bit on this. Where do you find members? Everywhere. Okay? DMS. When they talk about direct mail solicitation, they're talking about your post 400s. Later on, again, I'm going to show you how to find your post 400s. They're there just waiting for you to give them a phone call. Okay? Talk to everybody that you come in contact with. We had a standing order at the post when I had an actual appointment post. And this is what my standing order was. When somebody walks in that front door, you go talk to them. One of my officers is in that building and doesn't talk to them. I find that out later, and we're going to have a problem. First of all, you should be talking to everybody that walks in your front door anyway. Somebody should be prepared to talk to people when they walk in the doors, whether they're visiting or not. Talk to everybody that comes in that door. Stores, gas stations. Now, I had them out and he handed them out. I always carry my business card in my pocket. Always. No matter where I go, I'm wearing a Legion shirt and I have cards in my pocket. I see a guy wearing a hat, I hand him a card. I thank them for their service. I don't ask them to join my post. I thank them for their service and I hand them a card. If you don't believe in your post, why should he? Be proud of it. Walk up. I'm at post so-and-so. Talk to friends. Just like jobs, most of our membership, new membership, is generated through relationships. Family, friends, somebody coming through. Okay? Your church. And then, of course, you've got the local recruiting. I believe, Jerry, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Post 88, I think, does some stuff at one of the Harley Davidson buildings. How do you guys do that, Jerry?
Every time in fact, we were doing it this weekend, every time they have a car show, motorcycle show, anything like that, we set it up and the Post itself has gotten 5 members, the American Legion has gotten 20 from it. They joined another post, but that's fine.
They're not always going to come to your post. That doesn't mean you discourage them. Oh, I'm sorry. I live in the seventh. I live down in Palm Coast or down in Bunnell. Oh, cool. That's 17th district. There's a post down there. Give them a call. Okay. All right. Look for vehicles in parking lots. Be careful with that one. Okay. All right. Who put that in our roof? Come on, just be careful, okay? If it's after dark, my suggestion is don't do that. Now we're going to talk a little bit about my Legion itself. I told you, there are all individual accounts. So it starts with the members' account. This year we're promoting it so much that members create their own accounts. That at convention this year, Bruce, myself, and a couple of other members of different membership teams from throughout the state are going to actually be sitting in a table helping people create their own accounts. Why I allowed him to talk me into that, I don't know, but that's how important it is. What can a member themselves? Why does it matter? What can you do yourself? You can print your membership card. By the way, you're the only one that can print your membership card. There is nobody above member status that can print your membership card as of today. I, as a commander, can't do it. Your adjutant can't do it. The only person that can reprint a new card is you. You can even update your personal information. If you want to change your email, go ahead and change your email. Oh, and Nancy knows this because it made it to national in about 2.5 hours, and they came back and said, "What?" The only thing you can't do, you can't eliminate your email address on your own. However, if you really don't want an email address, we can get it done. We know people who know people. Right, Nancy?
We know people who know people. That is correct.
So, you can, your subscription to your newsletter is on there. You can actually send your newsletter through there. National Commander's messages. Notices on when the flags have to be. That all goes to your personal accounts now. Online magazine issues, also in your personal accounts. Okay? Oh, you can donate money to your favorite charity, okay? Through your personal account. You can renew in your personal account, and you don't have to come down and have me bug you about it. So you can just go in there, hit the button, do your thing, and we're done. Okay? And access to American Legion social media. There's a lot of stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff in there. Later on, you're going to see all those manuals that the commander was speaking of. They're actually in the mylegion.org. You have access to them sitting right in your living room. Those manuals are not for officers. They're for every American Legion member. Post officers, what access do you receive that's maybe a little bit different? Members of the membership team, that's where we sign up new members. You can transfer members. We were having trouble with transfers before. Now we can do it automatically. Like, boom, it's done. No more sending in sheets and all that crazy stuff. Okay? You can go in and view who's renewed online in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. Why is this important? Because membership is an every week thing. You don't walk away from it and come back. You need to know what's happening. Yeah.
The question, you said we don't have to send in sheets anymore, but if somebody transferred and they've already paid their dues at their last post?
That's the only one.
Okay.
That's the only one. You can you can edit your Legion SAL membership statuses, print mailing labels, generate membership rosters, which we're going to be talking about because, what went away?
The green sheets are all gone.
Okay. And that's all I'm going to let them say for now. Okay? Yes, they're gone. Finding members in Post 400. This year, I'm proud to say that a lot of our post listens. I made 100% through Post 400s. That's how I did it. Now, we exceeded those numbers, but I made sure we had them by doing post 400s. You can do global lookup. Global lookup is a funny thing. There's two different ways to do it, and it has to be done the right way, and I will show you how to do that a little bit later. You communicate with members by posting the post newsletter. You can actually email your entire list right from my Legion of it. In case you didn't know that. Communicate with authors from other posts in the forum. There's forum, again, that we don't even touch the surface of what all the things it can do. Now, I can't promise you they're all going to work. I'm just saying. Yeah. So, we'll get to the end here before we go live. The 3 R's of membership. Renew. Encourage members to renew by focusing on their needs in the American Legion family. Here's a suggestion. When a member's talking to you about joining your post, again, everybody's different. You can do what you like. This is just my experience and suggestion. Don't talk to them about what they can do for you right away. Don't do that. Don't scare them away. Don't tell them, gee, Joe just left, and I need myself a new first vice commander. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You wait till you collect your money, right?
You collect the money, tell them all the things you can do for them first, and then you all hold hands. But make sure you talk to him. No. Let them know what it is and why you want them to be a part of the post. Use the resources available. Find those members who have not renewed over the past few years. Now, this takes all different forms. Every post is different. So I'm going to ask the question from the commanders here or from their first vice or whoever their membership. What do you do? What do you do with those folks that didn't renew? I'm just curious what you do. I'm just curious. How do you approach them? Do you approach them?
Call them.
All. Yeah, we had to call it money check.
Okay. You got money checks? Okay, that's one. Okay, yeah. Is that it?
We've sent out emails.
Ah! Create a standard form for all those members that haven't been there, and you mail it to them. You email it to them. You text it to them. However it is that you can communicate, you send it to them, and you ask them, hey, we haven't seen you. We miss you. Is there anything that I can do? We haven't seen you in a while. Is there a reason why you're not here? First of all, you should be asking that question because one of your brothers and sisters is missing. For no other reason, you should be doing it because you care for them. And then at the same time, understanding that you need them. Finding potential members is easy if you give them a reason to want to join. Now I'm going to tell you something I don't tell a lot of people. Don't overpromise. Don't promise them something you cannot give them. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's from personal experience. When we're post 37, I didn't have the things to offer them, and I was straight up. You have to be straight up with your membership of what is available, what's not available, what is realistic, what they can and cannot expect. Don't sell them on something that's not true. Just don't do it. It's not nice, number one. And number two, it's just going to upset them later. If they want to be in a riders group and you don't have one, you say, I don't have one. But guess what? I'd love to start one with your help. You're always positive, but you're always talking about them. If you're talking about you, how the post needs you because they have to pay their bills or because you need donations, they're not going to stay. Because then they're thinking that you're looking at them as a money resource, not as a member. It is important, guys. People want to believe that they're there because they belong. It's done. Come up with a couple of 2, 3, 4 reasons as to why they should join. Not just the Legion, your post. Because there's always another post ready to take them. You can't compete on the, well, we have this and they don't have that. You can't compete like that. You just can't. Every post is individual and brings something that another post doesn't bring. You have to tell them what the Legion is and what reason they want to be a part of the Legion. And secondary, your individual post. Be honest with them. I want to talk about this. Post 400s. As your membership chairman, I want to thank everybody who reached out and did 400s. As your membership chairman, I'm going to tell you a lot of our posts did not reach out. You know how I know that? Because there's 0 DMS transfers. That means you're leaving some of our veterans behind. That's what that means. The rate of joining for DMS, what, 7, 6 out of 10? What is it? The number 4 out of, 4 out of 10?
The National Commander asked that we brought 15%, or 13% actually, of the 103% renewal rate that he's sacked us with this year. He felt that 13% of them should come from DMS, okay? I have traveled around and posts that did it, some posts that didn't do it correctly. And Lena knows what I'm talking about because somebody told her to do it incorrect. Okay, and she said no. She does not care if I ever make Race to the Top, I will not do it incorrectly. There's a resolution, number 14 out there, that came from the National Executive Committee that tells you how to do it. And it says, you call a member up, okay, you can talk to them, and they can transfer to your, they can authorize you to transfer to your post. You can use that. You still, at your post, you need to decide, are you going to make them come in and bring the 214 with them? Because you still need to verify some of these folks, okay? All right, there are posts that, what they were doing, just so you know, is they were just going in there, they're taking it and saying, oh, here you go, okay? Well, no, you gotta bring them in legitimately. Then you have to engage them. Once you get them in, you have to engage them. Well, how do you engage them? Hey, you get your transfer all set, we're gonna send it in. Come down to the post for Friday night dinner. Come down to the post, let me give you a tour. Come meet me. Let me show you this, that, and the other thing. Engage them, make them part of the post. But it's very important that you do that. Oh, when you come down, just so that we can make sure so nobody has any questions, bring your 214 with you, or your military ID card, or whatever, okay? Your driver's license, your state of Florida driver's license that has a V on it. They have been verified by the Department of Motor Vehicles under oath by the employee that checked their paperwork. So you're good to go. But engage them. That's the key.
Got a question, Danny?
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.
The Florida driver's license.
And it's only a Florida driver's license. Don't do Georgia.
In lieu of a
Okay, because Georgia puts veteran on there, and all you gotta do is say, yeah, I'm a veteran. Don't take a Georgia driver's license with a veteran. Florida driver's license.
or retired.
Or about
Retired ID also.
Retired ID, you know, all the legitimate forms of identification.
now, post 400s. Out of the ADs that we called, me and Bruce are always doing numbers, but just in general. Out of every 10 people we called, 3 joined. At the end of the day, we had 27 new members. In a post with only 300, you know, the goal was 293. 27 of them ended up actually transferring out of 400.
So a question about the dating 214s. Since the National Archives has backlogged about 60,000 records, are we doing anything for people who don't have the identification in another way to be able to allow them to join with this more of this backlog? Actually, I'm running into a lot with our SAL, a lot of activity people do with our SALs.
To me, anyone who was in the military doesn't have some form of their 214, it tells me there's something that ain't right.
Oh, no, and I moved like 3 times. I lost my 14. I had to get a new one. But
Okay.
So like, there are a few, I've had Legionnaires, but mostly, I know we're not.
You talk about, primarily you talk about SALs being able to prove that
I
the
mean,
father or whoever was a member.
that's my greater number, but I've had a few vets this past year struggle with that too. moving
I'll be
down.
honest with you, I do not have an answer for how we deal
If
with
they go to the
missing.
VA has something that they can do right now. I have a VA guy, one of our posts in our district, and he's got a way where he can get a certification that there's a 214 there. They don't necessarily get it, but it has to be a VA authorized person that does it.
You have something? Oh,
Okay. Your question for SAL and auxiliary certification, okay. If you're buried in a national cemetery and your family can't get the 214, but you can bring up the record that you're buried in a national cemetery, I would accept that for auxiliary or SAL.
another hand up in the back.
I was also going to say the PA, they give ID cards.
Right.
VA ID card, you do not have to have an honorable discharge to get a VA card. Okay, my father-in-law was dishonorably discharged. He got it upgraded to a less than honorable, okay, for walking away from his ship during the time of war, okay? He was not eligible for the American Legion, but he had a VA card because he was injured on that ship falling, even though he was drunk, but he was, so you can get a VA card without an honorable discharge.
Good point.
All right.
Good point.
And you can have an honorable discharge and not get an A card too.
Correct.
All right. Last thing on post 400s. There's two ways of doing this. There's the right way, and the way that our district commander wants to do it is the right way.
The only way?
Right. I'm just telling you. You call them, and you get the permission, and you transfer them. The last thing you want to do is be transferring people in because you just transfer them in, and then all of a sudden the next year they receive the renewal from post 37 or post 122 or whatever the post happens to be, when they didn't authorize that. Personally, I feel the same way your district commander feels. That's just not right. It's just not right. It's not for us to do. I'm just telling you that as far as the fifth district is concerned, that is the only way that we do.
I will tell you, when you get them the right way, the renewal rate is very high. Okay? When you get them the wrong way, the renewal rate is very low. Okay? I know from experience at my post, because I do it the right way, I am running right now a higher renewal rate of the ADs that I brought in than I am of my old veterans, because I'm finding out a lot of those old veterans are deceased. Okay, and I'm not finding that out until I start doing buddy checks. So yes, it can be to your advantage.
Okay. If you don't mind, we can take a real quick 5-minute break. Me and run bathroom. I want to log in and do what I need to do here real quick. And then we want to go live, and I want to just